Angel and Heidi ho, everyone. Welcome aboard. Oh, camera. There you go. Hello. How we doing? What is it? Tuesday. I wish it was Wednesday. I don't know why. Because I'm tired. Had a big day moving a lot of bricks. Too old for that. Got to say. Um, all good. All good, no problem. No dramas, Angel. No, all good. Excuse me, guys, while I just have a little chat to Angel. Tuesday, yeah, don't want it to be Tuesday, I want it to be Wednesday, but don't wish your life away. It's not worth it. Besides, we've got Shukri in today, and for the first time, what did I've got Kasama, right? So we bought a Kasama some time ago, and Shukri's been, and this is for the benefit of those who got no idea, like I have no idea, on how to deal with these things. He's going to show me what to do with it today, I think. But I may fail the test because I can't get this bloody thing, crypto.com, up on this computer. Anyway, we'll see what happens, and he'll try and talk us through it and see what needs to happen with Kasama. If you've got Kasama, then maybe it's a good day to pay attention. Righto, let's get into what's potentially a trade or otherwise today. Looking at pound US dollar. Am I not? No, I'm not. I'm looking at the market scanner. Now I'm looking at pound US dollar and deciding whether it's worthy of a trade today. Look, it's not too dusty. The range is pretty good, but oops, we went down there. Why did we do that? That was yesterday or overnight. But the battle continues, doesn't it? Up, down, oops, down. Interesting. False break to the low, false break to the high, another false break to the high. I don't know. I truly don't know. I can't put an entry down there and an entry up there, I don't think. What is it? 59 pips. Not that bad. But really, do we want to go short there? Look, I think we will. I think we will. If it gets to there, surely no such thing. You would anticipate that it's going to go lower because it's lower, low, lower, low. Okay, we will trade the breakout today. So again, this is not a proven system, so do not put any meaningful money on this. 5 pips above the high of the range, which is this bar here, will be 1.4133. So I'll put that straight in. Not at 0.25%. No. G'day, Lewis. How you doing, mate? 1.4133, if I'm not mistaken. And stop loss way down here below that bar, 1.4069 less 3 is 66, 1.4066. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, this is the latest version of the breakout trade. And I think we can trade it today because if we do go low here, I think we're going further low. And if we go high, we're going above the weekly pivot. So I think it's okay. 1.4066 is the stop loss on that long. Now the short will be the exact reverse of that. So stop. 1.40 forgot. 66 rings a bell. And the stop loss 1.413 something. 1.4133. Hi, SF. How you doing? All right. So play money only. See what happens here. This does look like a bit of a buy today, I'd have to say, judging on that chart. I'm sure that everyone can see an inverted head and shoulders there. A little bit of a complex one. And the last bar off the weekly pivot. It's almost a slingshot entry. Probably is on a 30-minute chart. Let me see. Very interesting. Could be a false break of the resistance as well. Okay, we might have to have a look at that at the end of this 30-minute bar, which of course is 28 and 44 away. We will certainly do exactly that. Now, this morning I placed an order. Aussie US dollar short. If you would like to follow that, these are the parameters. Selling at 0.7689. Stop loss is 0.7729 and the first take profit is 0.7675. Why? Okay, well, if we go back to yesterday, those of you who were in the room yesterday, you will recall that Ash and I compare notes and we set a weekly trade. This is only the second time we've done this. Right? Last week's didn't enter. It was a no contest. Just nothing happened. And it was Kiwi Swissy. I'll refresh your memory on that if I can find a Kiwi Swissy chart somewhere. Maybe I got rid of it. Okay, it was similar to this, but going in the opposite direction. So on the daily chart, we've got a key reversal bar, and we've got an inside bar that follows it. So that's a combination that I do like to trade. Now, just so you know, and you don't go trading this without context, it has to be in conjunction with the primary trend. Now, the primary trend on Aussie US dollar, to my mind, is still short. So primary trend being the monthly chart, right? We're still underneath that level and we're at a good resistance level, or we've come off a good resistance level as well, I think. And this is a lower high based on that on the monthly chart. Weekly chart gave us a key reversal bar. It's very, very minute in terms of the high is higher than the previous bar, has closed on or near its low, so I'm okay with that. The thing I like about it is we're coming off the top of the range, and technically it is a lower high or potentially a lower high, depending on what this candle does, this current weekly candle does. So that's giving me the indication that we're headed towards the bottom of that range. And the daily bar that we got yesterday, and of course Friday's daily bar, was a decisive selling bar and a key reversal. So that bar there is of interest straight away. But when you get an inside bar on that, in particular this one, because it rejected the weekly pivot, then that's why I have entered or have put an entry below that bar and stop loss above it. So basically I'm trading the inside bar short, and that will coincide with our entry on the weekly. Actually, I haven't checked to see if we've got a little bit of an issue there. Maybe we do. We'll be in both trades at the same time. So just be aware of that. We won't have TP1 when we get hit into the weekly, which of course was Ash's pick yesterday. If it goes wrong, it was my pick if it wins. G'day,
buddy. How are we doing? Which are we looking at there?
No, the weekly one that we took yesterday, Aussie dollar short. But I also found an entry on the daily.
Yeah.
which I've now placed. So we've got now 2 orders, Aussie US dollars short.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 2 orders. Don't know about you guys, but I've got 2 orders short on the Aussie versus the dollar.
Oh, fantastic, mate. I had a little bit more of a look at the CAD actually overnight, and I think there's a decent case to be made for some CAD weakness. Now, the oil story is the possible caveat to that, where as oil has pushed into an area that it appears to, I mean, it's I was talking to a friend last night about where prices are. We were talking about inflation, and he said to me that the Nasdaq is up 100%. So how can there be any kind of like talk of inflation being at 5%? When you've got stocks that are up 100% pre-pandemic. And we're talking about oil, and actually oil's only up around about 10% pre-pandemic, which is when you put it into that kind of context, it kind of makes you think about it a little bit differently. And oil is currently at $70 a barrel, which I would have thought is a bit of a line in the sand. So I wonder whether we might see a bit of or need to see a bit of a turning round in the oil market. And if that does eventually happen, whether at that point we would possibly see the CAD weaken. But I think
is there any fundamental reason why that would be the case?
The oil would turn.
Yeah, we've got all the oil people telling us it's going to $1, so $100. Sorry,
$100. Well, I suppose this is something we need to ask Ainsley about. I've got to be honest; I'm not on top of the fundamentals with oil. That's
tomorrow, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the UK is delayed. It's now announced that it has delayed the open of the economy, and I wonder whether, if that was to become a feature right across the globe, that could put some pressure on oil, because it would depend then on air travel and the like, and we're maybe we need to watch this Delta variant just a little bit more closely, because that might be enough to kind of curb the enthusiasm just for a little while. I mean, oil at $70 a barrel shows that there's a lot of enthusiasm for oil, and there's a lot of enthusiasm for economies opening. But maybe a curbing of the enthusiasm could just take us a little bit lower, possibly back down to 10%. And interestingly, if it did come to 10%, that would be quite an important line in the sand because of the pre-pandemic price point. So somewhere around about the $63 a barrel looks to be quite an interesting price point, as I say, with oil. UK
G'day, Simon.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Hang on, mate. Just before you go on,
yep.
Lewis, I'm guessing you traded that bar there, right? On the 4-hour last night. But that's a guess. Could be wrong.
Aussie dollar, yeah. He's in the Aussie dollar as well.
Yeah, we all seem to like it short.
Yeah, well, there's it's another interesting. The UK has just done a deal with Australia, a free trade deal with Australia, and there's still lots of bullish sentiment kind of going rounds at the minute. The Nasdaq pushed to some, I think it was another 1% higher overnight, and it's a difficult one to kind of gauge in some respects, because if there is a bit of another lockdown of some sort, or a delaying of opening, then we might see the Nasdaq as a tech stock push higher. But stocks are at a potential inflection point, but it's one of those. It feels like one of those situations where you kind of constantly call for a dip in this stuff, and it just doesn't happen. It just kind of surges and surges and surges, even though there's no real I guess fundamental driver, new fundamental driver that is going to take us to these kind of fresh points. But the global equities and the bullish sentiment seems to be pretty hot, and that just bringing us back to the Aussie dollar, that kind of puts that in a bit of a hiatus. And I think if we are going to be looking at the dollar, we've got to be prepared to wait. Inflation obviously is a problem. But as inflation is there, the dollar is going to weaken because it doesn't have the same purchasing power. So it's more what we're really saying when we're buying the dollar is that the central bank will react to inflation, and it will react in a specific way to inflation, because inflation is, as I say, it is going to be negative, the dollar, until the central bank move. Now we've got some possible announcements this week on that, so maybe that might change the picture for us a little bit, but yeah, it's going to be a timing thing, I think, mate. It's we really are waiting on things, and while the market is at these kind of constant highs and highs and highs, I just get a bit nervous at these levels. It starts to become a bit overbought, and a turn will probably potentially be quite swift, if it was to happen. And the catalyst for that at this stage looks like it could be to the Fed. The last catalyst for a swift turn was a pandemic. Now these things don't happen very often, so if the next thing is going to be about policy, then we do need to be watching the central bank pretty closely. But so far, their rhetoric's all been about the inflation being transitory. And as I said yesterday, how we can believe a body of people that said the subprime mortgage environment wasn't a problem, and have so much faith in their language, is kind of beyond me. It doesn't really matter if the central banks say it's transitory or not. What matters is, does that mean they are looking to do nothing? And that's the rhetoric that they're going to choose to confirm and support that particular policy, or does it mean that they're trying not to spook the market, and all of a sudden they just come out and say, actually, we should do something here. We're going to have to do something here because this is getting a little bit too dangerous.
Well, have they decided yet whether it's real or true inflation, or whether it's an intermediate or even short-term thing?
Well, they've decided it's short-term, but this is the thing about printing this much money. I mean, I don't know, how can you print that much money and there not be a long-term impact on the globe?
Yeah, 100% my question that I've been asking for months, no weeks, no years. I think forever. Yeah. And that's why I hate the US dollar. I think it's just an imposter, frankly.
Yeah.
But don't get me started on that. And that's why I hate trading with it. And
well,
apparently what I'm doing at the moment.
And this is I know we've got Shukri on in a little while, and it really does kind of bring us back to the kind of crypto space, and sort of El Salvador have now adopted it as a currency. There's lots of interesting things going on with the crypto space. I need to talk to Shukri about the regulation. That's the thing that it doesn't concern me, but that's the thing that I wonder whether we are. Maybe it's sort of like time to wait until the next phase. And there's also, you may or may not be aware of this, mate, but there's a load of things coming out in sort of end of July, start of August. And it's another one of those that, will people start positioning themselves now for that, or will there be a little bit of a waiting game until we get something, some real meat on the bones with that stuff? Because a lot of that stuff is still in kind of test mode. So we don't know absolutely that there will be these releases happening then, but that is the plan right now. So I think if crypto is going to have a surge, the middle of July seems like a really obvious time for me to sort of say it could get really interesting in around about the middle of July, because we should get a fairly decent reflection of whether these things are going to get released by the end of July, start of August time. And if they are, it changes the landscape again. It really does take it on to another level again. Amazon also have been discussing decentralized finance as well. So there's other kind of major players kind of coming into the space, and this is where you sort of look at the US dollar and you sort of you say, as you rightly say, mate, you don't particularly like the US dollar, and you say, okay, well, what's the alternative? Where can you protect wealth if the US dollar is deflationary effectively, and it doesn't hold its value? Then people are losing money every year as they hold US dollars. So obviously they're going to want to put them somewhere else, and the crypto space appears to be winning that battle. of a place that you can kind of like, you know, at least preserve what you've got. You know, when it comes down to your wealth.
Yeah, look, and why not? I get it. I totally get it, and I wish I knew more about it. I wish I had the time to spend on it, but I don't. So therefore, I have to bypass that. Bamboo's my thing, but
That's that, you know,
that's
and
that's
it's
not
a
open to
commodity, isn't it,
everybody.
man? I mean, and this is the thing. I mean, we could all kind of be wanting to get in everybody else's area, but actually, it's not important. All that really matters is that we have $1 or £1, you know, at the end of every month than we need to spend. You know, and as long as we got that, we're okay. It doesn't really matter whether we're in the crypto market, whether we're in bamboo, whether we're in water, or you know, it doesn't really matter what it is.
No, but looking
Yeah,
for alternatives. I mean, that's kind of where we started the conversation, I suppose. Crypto's one, gold's one, precious metals are one,
yeah.
any commodity, I suppose, and that's what you're saying. I've got an NFT for you. I
Oh, go
wonder
on.
should I release it?
Oh, it depends what it is. What is it?
Somebody's going to pinch it because I haven't registered.
What's the idea?
It's the 4 C's.
The 4 C's.
Yeah,
Let me see if I
it's talking about trading and investing. It's the
Yep.
4 C's which are driving all markets, in my humble opinion.
Okay, all right. Let's see if we can figure these out. This should be a question for Thursday, really.
It should be, shouldn't it? It
The
might
four
be.
C's that are driving all markets. Currency. Would you have that down as one of them?
No,
Okay.
that's always there.
It's always there.
These four
4
things are not always part of the equation.
Okay, all right. Maybe I might have to come back to that. I might have to come back to this.
Well, let everyone think about it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Maybe I'll register the NFT before we release it. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the NFT space is another. I think is another really exciting zone and another really exciting potential development in where we're going. But yeah, it's a
I like
strange
that
one, mate.
for the reasons you like it, more so than anything else, because it does offer right protection for people, and that's very important.
Yeah, I think the NFT space is brilliant. You know, I do think it's a fascinating space, and I think that there's probably some new releases that will be coming out on that stuff as well. I mean, some of the issue as well is that, you know, I've looked at some of the new offerings that are being touted around, and I think some of the problem with the crypto market is that it is almost becoming a bit like I'm trying to think of something that happened in the past where all of a sudden everybody jumped on board with it. I don't know. In fact, you know what? In this country, we had a big spike in property development. So people would buy properties cheap, and there was all these programs on it. So people would buy properties cheap, do it up, and then make a ton of money selling it on an extortionate profit. And there was a point, I think, probably in the 90s or 2000s probably, where everyone was a property developer. Everybody was sort of like going out, buying a property, turning it over, and making a whole bunch of money.
Man,
and then there was,
if you watch the lifestyle channels, that's all there is.
yeah. Well, it still goes on.
Flipping properties, man.
And what I'm noticing in the crypto space is that there's a lot of people kind of developing projects that probably aren't qualified to do so, and that's where it starts to become a bit more tricky. Which is why you know we have people like Shukri, who know how to sort the wheat from the chaff. But there's a few. I just think bad actors out there that you know, could mess things up for everyone in some respects, which I suppose is why the regulation thing is concerning me a little bit as well.
It's always something. But can I mint my own bamboo, Simon? Do you think? I don't know that I can do that.
Probably can, mate.
Don't know. Have a look at
You
it.
probably can. Well, I mean, if an NFT is a contract where you're delivering something specific, then why not?
Yeah, but I'm not going to export it. It's only here in Tassie. It's only 500,000 people in Tassie, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, there'll have to be a whole bunch of education, I suppose, for people if they're going to be taking that stuff on and starting their own NFT account just so they can buy some bamboo from you.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a reasonable thing to do at the moment.
Oh, there you go. Shukri's in. Bamboo NFT, yes. Receipts as an IOU, yes, to deliver future orders. Yeah. So it becomes like a contract.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Listen, before Shukri comes in, because I know he's got a very important duty to perform today, I just need to very, very quickly go through.
Yeah, guys, stay on. It's Jeff's big day.
Hey,
Oh, it's Jeff's big day. Okay.
but I think I've stuffed it up, Shukri. But anyway, we'll get there in a minute. Key reversals. That's what we're looking at today. And look, seriously, I don't like too many. And what's this pound? Oh, this is the pound breakout trade. It's got nothing to do with it. But that's dodgy as a key reversal bar. I don't think I'd be liking that at all because it's got a high tail to the high side as well. But we did have a few. Let me go back. CAD Swissy is one. CAD Swiss. Let's go back there. Big key reversal bar that closed above the weekly pivot. That's not too dusty, but I would like to see an inside bar to follow it. Then I'd like to go long. That's kind of the argument that we're having, isn't it, Ash, with the CAD? Is it or isn't it? It's tough to say.
Yeah, yeah. Certainly appears that the CADs could weaken, and as we said, it's going to be probably to do with oil, whether it starts to kind of turn around or not. So we need to watch the oil market. Oil, yeah, $71 a barrel. It could be an inflection point. So I'll be watching the CAD for sure, mate, for a short.
Yeah, well, that's why I wanted to preempt this. If this is an inside bar, then I'll trade it long tomorrow.
What's that? Is that the dollar CAD, is it?
That's CAD Swiss.
CAD Swiss. So you go long on the CAD.
If this is an inside bar.
Yeah.
So if it closed as it is now, perfect.
Yeah.
Because it's a double cross on the pivots as well.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty cool. Swissy yen is another. Now, Swissy yen has already probably taken off and tough to trade anyway. And I said that this morning because you are at a double top level, but it looks like it wants to go through there, and that may well play out. A long way to go in the day, of course, but I didn't trade it. I haven't traded any one of these. Euro Swissy. Now, Euro Swissy needs to get a rally on. Otherwise, this could well come back to this level, and I don't want it to do that. We've been in this trade week and a half, bit more than a week. We traded that bar there. Stops are at entry, yes, so we can only win on this, but I don't want it to come back to here. I'd like to see a big bear bar today, but it is a key reversal bar. And if I got the same thing here, as I've just described on CAD Swissy, I think I would have to cover the short and put a buy order there. So I will look to do that tomorrow as well. Of course, if this goes today, it's eating into my profits, and I don't like that too much. And the last one was, no, there's two more, sorry, Euro Yen. Now, we've been hunting Euro Yen. I've been hunting Euro Yen. And on the daily chart, I haven't been hunting it long, I've got to tell you. I'm hunting it short. So I actually like this. This is good. And if this comes off this high that we're at the moment and gives me another lower high, I would be looking to trade that short. And I don't think I would wait for tomorrow's bar. So if I start to get a turnaround here, I've got an untested daily pivot. I like this. I do like this. So I'll be looking for a false break here. If we could hit there, maybe even that level, but you can see that there's a confluence through here, a horizontal level, trend line. If we got below that, above it, consolidate, back below it, retest it, bingo. profits here before the pivots, but let the rest run, because I think this has got a fair retracement to go, and maybe even a new low. That's what I'll be looking for. So I think the retracement probably is in this vicinity that I'd be looking for. But that's been going along for a long time. Pound yen is the last of them. And pound yen is there. This is probably a good one, actually, to go long. But no real buts. I think that's a good backup off this reversal bar here. So we had a little bit of an inside bar on that. There's your key reversal inside bar combination working again on the daily chart, and you'd be in that trade now. Actually, I don't know why I didn't trade this. It doesn't look too bad. Probably still there. Probably the risk to reward wasn't that good. I don't know. Anyway, I haven't traded it. The only one I did trade was Aussie dollar short. So there we go. That is me.
Okay, mate. All right. Well, let's bring the crypto king in and see where we're at, mates. Because I think we need to have some discussions, don't we, mate? What's going on? In fact, before you start, can you put my mind at rest about regulation? Is it likely? Is it anything to worry about, mate?
I don't worry about it. In fact, I welcome it.
Okay. But will it affect the market to the point where we should wait maybe because we got all this stuff going on in August, right? In the end of July, start of August, Cardano launching, Polkadot launching, all this stuff, lots of stuff's happening in then. Is that the time that we should be thinking, do you know what? That's the real trigger point. That's when we should wait for. And then if anything happens in between times, we can ignore it. Or should we just not worry about it and say, look, it's just all positive right now. Let's just stop worrying about things that won't affect it too negatively, and just get on with trading cryptos and start buying, because actually they've come down to quite a decent level.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about regulations, don't forget the SEC.
Yes.
There are a lot of things to think about. So let's look at what happened last time. Was there already a regulation that was mooted that the crypto people were not happy because we won't be anonymous anymore? Yes, there was. That has already brought the market down some time ago. Was there already an SEC crackdown that was settled? I know we are thinking about Binance. I'm just talking about what happened in the past.
Yeah.
Yes, there was. This was on Tether, which is USDT. That was already settled. So these two were the big things that was already settled. Of course, nobody knows what's happening in the future. For example, El Salvador going to Bitcoin. Of course, the IMF is not happy. US is the currency of the world. So the IMF wants to see.
No mystery.
But having said that, even Paraguay and a lot of South American countries are now looking at Bitcoin. Plus, was it Tanzania? There was an African country. I don't know whether, it wasn't the Charles one, right? If not, they would say Cardano.
Yeah.
So, but the most important news that I read now is this. This is so important because not about Elon Musk. I mean, Elon is like Lord Elon, The Lord gives, the Lord takes. Okay, fine. He took a lot from us, but now he has given back because he tweeted suddenly that Tesla is going to use Bitcoin again. Tesla will allow buying in Bitcoin again when 50% of the mining is in clean energy, and that's good because BlackRock, which has a lot of people in Biden's administration, I think it's the biggest hedge fund or whatever. No, it's not the biggest hedge fund. The biggest hedge fund is Ray Dalio, but it's one of the biggest ones. Basically already has a company that it owns that is doing Bitcoin mining that is now going on clean energy. That was announced earlier this week. Next thing is Paul Tudor Jones. Now, a lot of people don't remember because we all remember Elon Musk. But the first guy, mainstream, who got into Bitcoin was Paul Tudor Jones. If you guys remember from Ainsley, he is a gold guy.
Yeah.
Guy is Stanley Druckenmiller, right? So Stanley Druckenmiller hasn't issued anything. But look at this. touts Bitcoin as a way to invest in certainty. Okay, fine. So before this, if you remember last time, it's like I own 5 of gold, I own 1 of Bitcoin, right? He said, yeah, we'll go into Bitcoin, but we'll go small. Now, this happened last night. This is a big, very big deal. Crazy inflation touts Bitcoin as a way to invest in certainty. And this is important for Jeff also, because because I'll tell you the problem afterwards, Jeff. There's no sin in taking whatever decision you want. I will question you afterward before you make the decision. Because if Jeff wants to commit his kusama into something, Jeff has to be confident first that Bitcoin is going up.
Right.
You know, the crypto market cannot survive without Bitcoin.
Right.
If there was a nuclear bomb and you say that all the cryptocurrencies are eliminated, Bitcoin will still be around and Bitcoin will be able to pull the market up. Bottom line. So look at this. The only thing I know is I want to have 5% in gold, 5% in Bitcoin, 5% in cash, 5% in commodities. So suddenly you see, hey, wait a minute, you are only 1%. You know, so now it's as big as gold and commodities, and I think this is like amazing. This is really, I think this is bigger than the Elon Musk thing, in fact.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? I find the whole Elon Musk thing again. I just find it quite confusing, because he didn't really say anything. He just said, "I'll take it when it's green." Well, we're not. What does that even mean? I mean, I'll take it when it's green. Is it going to get green? Probably. So you'll take it then. What, in a year, 2 years? It was another. It was almost, you know, where we kind of like get the FUD from, you know, the negative stuff.
How does it get green?
Side. There's Argo blockchain as an example. There are companies now that are teaming up with clean energy firms to mine Bitcoin. So, you know, and using kind of renewable energy. So this has been moving anyway. Before Elon Musk has said anything, this stuff's been on the move anyway. So they're finding ways to do it because they know that it's a problem.
Yes, correct. See, this is why we're lucky Simon joined my class. Because if Simon saw this Elon Musk thing, he'll say, this is a scam, manipulated.
Yeah.
You know, he says something for it to go down. He says something for it to go up. It's like, what's happening here?
How is the man got so much power in Bitcoin? It just, I find it a bit strange that it's him that has been chosen as the
Wall Street bets are going against the establishment. If you look at the history that all those companies that got burned trying to short GameStop, they were also involved in shorting Tesla.
Okay.
So you know he's like the hero there. That's why he
do you think
god of meme coins and crypto? Although now he's like our devil, right? Doesn't matter. Still.
Well, this is the thing, mate. I was going to say, do you think that he might have felt a bit under pressure by Anonymous to kind of come out and go, oh, I better kind of say something positive now?
I know. He has a heart, because a lot of people were tweeting that, hey, you destroyed my life. Because that fall was too steep, Ash. It was just stupidly steep.
Yes,
now,
it was.
Bitcoin, we are okay with 30% going down. We are okay with that. We've lived that. As Simon. But when you have something like that blows away 800K account and 8 billion in like a couple of minutes without us being able to open our accounts, like, hello. Don't do that. We are okay. We are okay with 30%.
We've got currently, Shukri, we got this Wyckoff method, right? That people the bulls are touting.
Correct.
And then we've got this death cross that the bears are touting.
Yes.
So I mean, is there anything in between that we can go, okay, let's trust the Wyckoff method because we have this backing it up?
Yeah, it's only one of two. It looks like the Wyckoff, but remember, we have to hit resistance there and get turned off. That would be good. See, see what is dangerous here if you look about how Bitcoin turns around. I mean, this is weird, right? I'm sorry to say this for you guys that want Bitcoin to go like a rocket, but here's the problem. If Bitcoin goes like a rocket like that, it may dump further. We want it to go like this. Take it slow.
Yep. Okay? Stop building in. Yeah. So that's where we see the accumulation, right?
Right. So that you can test, okay, reject, test, reject, test, okay.
Yeah.
Either it has to start rejecting levels. Like the 39 was a very strong level. I mean, a couple of times that rejected, okay, Now we passed it. That's cool. It's okay to go back to 39 and retest. It's okay. Do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you do not want something like that.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do
Yeah.
it.
Well, does this
That might catch on, Shukri. Just do it.
Does this play into my theory that actually the time to buy this stuff is in the middle of July, because we'll get the up and down and come back and rest about?
That's a good question. That's a good question. So I did this. I did do this. You know, I did put this in the group today, and it was on Polkadot. I said it's very simple, guys. If you are buying for and we don't know Jeff's answer, right? Jeff has to answer a question after it, whether Jeff would like to sell Kusama or stake Kusama. Same thing for Polkadot. If you are buying Polkadot for a trade, I told them just wait until it comes back, because Polkadot is doing a nice pattern like that, you know. So I said, look, for Polkadot, it's very simple. If you are a technical analyst or whatever, you want to wait to enter here, okay? Or you want to wait like that and then enter like that.
Yeah.
But if you are going for staking, like Jeff may or may not, because he has to pass the interview first, buy it. Just buy it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So and the reason that doesn't matter is that regardless of anything, we're not expecting this to crash again.
No, we're not.
Okay. It could happen, obviously, but we're not expecting it.
We're not expecting it. We're not. And Simon wrote something interesting. There's a wallet address, the same wallet that transacts 15 minutes prior to every tweet he sends. I think that's why I saw news that they want Elon Musk to be investigated. For this.
Oh, is that right? What? So
I don't know whether he's going to be investigated. People are saying he needs to be investigated. So maybe that's why he's suddenly been kind to Bitcoin now.
That's interesting. Okay.
That's very interesting.
I think
they've got a word for that.
Yeah. And then suddenly he says, hey guys, I didn't sell my Bitcoin. I only sold 10%.
Okay, so what
you know what he said? I sold 10% to see if there's liquidity.
Yes, yeah, I saw that. And it was just another one of those. Why is everybody listening to this guy? I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got like loads of respect for Elon Musk. He's a clever dude. He's going into space and everything else. But when it comes down to this stuff and the way he kind of like, it's a tweet and it's a paragraph. And how can a paragraph move a market?
But can we copy that wallet? That's the question.
Yeah. Simon knows the address.
Yeah, well, I suppose you could. Yeah, so it does kind of befuddle me somewhat. Is that just a man's paragraph can move a market, and it's not moving a market. Yeah. It's moving it like 10 to 15% in a heartbeat, really.
Yeah, and that's the problem, really. I mean, we are okay with 10-15% over time. We're okay.
Yeah.
We're not okay in a heartbeat. Okay, like I need my sleep. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that goes exactly to your point, though, doesn't it, Shukri? You would welcome regulation, because in a deregulated market, he can do whatever he wants 15 minutes prior to a tweet.
These type of things.
You can't go for insider trading. It's make your own rules, isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a good point. And I suppose the serious coins would also welcome regulation in some respects.
Yes, correct. And that's why Paul Tudor Jones bumping Bitcoin the same as gold is a big deal.
Yeah, it's
a really big deal. It's like that makes it safer. And that's why we're going to ask Jeff the same thing. Now,
I'm nervous.
Around 130. Jeff, I put it to you. Wow, this is like a court, man. I put it to you that there is no sin in you selling it here because it's gone up 3 times. There is no sin in that. Okay, now this is what you want to do now. I'm just going to draw it to you. What you're about to do is this. Okay, so let's just say Jeff had 130. Okay, 130, he can sell it today for 418. This is okay. Not easy to get this even in a crash. Okay, not easy. Now, when he puts this 418, he is going to put it in another token. This 418 is locked up. Okay, 1 Kusama is locked up if he puts in 1 Kusama. This is locked up for 48 weeks. Can't touch, but you will get it back at 48 weeks. We do not know the price of one Kusama after 48 weeks. It could go up, it could go down. Now, why in the world would he want to do that? Because he wants to invest in a crowd loan. Here we're talking about Moon River. I will show you the statistics. Why? Again, don't believe me. Okay? Don't take an advice because this guy said that. I usually have my reasons. Usually I don't have time to tell. I have to tell the whole thing because we have to be transparent. He's going to put it into Moon River. Now, the question is this, and this is not financial advice since this is an open show, public show. He's going to, just for education to give you the scenario, he's going to put it in Moon River. If he puts it in Moon River, he expects that 418 to me to go 5 times. It is a good IDO. 5 times on good IDOs are good. This will be worth around 2,000. Okay, and then what do, Jeff? You take out that 418, you let the rest run.
So
yeah,
Shukri, this is because of the auction, right? This is what the auction of these tokens that are being that have been developed, through Kusama and Polkadot. Does it have to be Moon River? Because there's a few others that are really.
There's a few others. I'll show you why. This is why we go to second question.
Okay.
Second question now.
Oh.
I'm helping you out here, Jeff. I'll ask the questions for you.
Thanks, mate.
London, okay? Okay, so here it is. What we are doing, Jeff, is this. Now, Polkadot and Kusama have built a blockchain, okay?
Yep.
Now, to connect to this, you have to have a crowd loan. One of the companies is Moonbeam, and Moonbeam allows, this is what Moonbeam does. I have to draw this to you, because you always have to look for evidence. Is that going to happen? Is that going to happen? Okay, fine. So to connect to this, you need something like Moonbeam like that. Because this is Moonbeam. This will allow other small companies to connect to this. So let's just say we have Ash, and Ash wants to build on Kusama. Ash isn't going to go for the crowd loan. That's too expensive. What Ash will do is go through Moonbeam or Moon River, provided Moonbeam wins the auction. The auction starts today. You got to do this, Jeff, after 2 days, because after 2 days, they might close it down. Don't blame me, blame John. He said, this is what the English do. Okay, you too, Ash, don't blame me. That's what they do. It might just go off.
Yeah.
And that's it, and you can't get in anymore. Pretty much first 2 days, okay.
Yep, get it.
It's meant to last a month, though, isn't it? We're meant to be sort of having this Parachina auction for a good few weeks. Yeah. 5
weeks. So they're going to announce the winner, I think the first one next week. And that winner, if it's Moon River, whatever, the token is going to come out, it's going to get listed, whatever, okay? So again, when you do this, you will get the award, okay? So Moonbeam is good because many people can connect to it. Now, you now have to go back. What is this Moonbeam? What if there's a scam? What if they're not the real actor? That's real. I can be a Moonbeam. I just spell it. I just spell it with a different spelling, that has been done before. People have gone to the wrong side. I mean, this is serious. Okay, guys, just be careful. I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm just telling you what crypto people can do. And because, nowadays, once the market is turning bullish again, when the market turns bullish again, there are really a lot of, what do you call them? Scams. Okay, so here it is. Yeah, here it is. Simple. What is Moonbeam? Let's go down here. Pure Stake is the parent of Moonbeam. Look at that. Raises 6 million from Binance Lab and Coinbase Ventures. This is good. Coinbase. Because what do we know about crypto? List in an exchange is always like this, okay? The 3 steps to the moon in crypto. The fact that it's listed on the fact that Coinbase put money there is good. You're listed in a small exchange, which nobody knows about. And then you kind of go to a mid-tier exchange. And then you go to Binance, which is why we have When Binance. And then we go to Coinbase. So it's kind of like Nirvana, right? So when I'm just theory again, if it goes to 2000, you take out the 400, that 1006, as it goes through this journey, could go up some more. That's all we're saying. I understand that, right? And because because it has Coinbase, this is good. it is in Coinbase interest to list it in Coinbase. That's important. Now, the most important thing, so where does this start? Now, the good thing is this. This starts in KuCoin, which is a very established, see that? KuCoin. This is good. KuCoin is quite a big, KuCoin is quite big. So Jeff, you got to register in KuCoin.
I am. You told me that.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So can you go to this page? You have to go to something called, KuCoin makes it hard. I don't know. Maybe this is Simon preventing you guys from getting into this auction. I cannot find it on the advertising page. Okay.
Shukri, can Jeff spread this around a bit and not only go for Moonbeam, because Moonbeam, as I say, it's not the only interesting project here, is it?
Yes.
What else have we got coming out? Karura, yeah, that's an interesting one, isn't it?
Moon River, Kala, Genshiro. Now, I'm going to record this and I'm going to give it to Paul B. I know Paul B knows about Karura. I have to warn you guys, I'm going to be straight. Karura is from New Zealand. If you are a Kiwi, please check with your regulators. Normally, if I'm from Malaysia, I cannot go into Malaysian IDOs, okay? I can't.
Right.
I have to get clearance from my Securities Commission. They're going to say, okay, how do we know you are a big guy? You're a big guy. Okay, prove it to us. Prove it to us. Here's the tax bill. Don't want to
why is that even a thing?
Same thing everywhere, even in America. You can go in, Jeff, but you got to be something. What do they call it? An investor, some kind of, how do you see it? It's like,
a reportable investor, basically.
Yeah. You have to have that asset base. You have to prove it. Not that you can't do it. You have to prove it. And depending on your country regulation, sometimes they lock the tokens up. I don't know, but I will warn Paul B. If he wants to do this, he actually can't.
Right. It used to be the same with currency,
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh. You had to have, something like 100,000 contracts or something before you could trade on the market.
Yeah. See, same thing everywhere, right? That's why the brokers go everywhere. Now, I do not see any restrictions. I'm just like telling you so that you guys don't get a knock somewhere, right? I don't want someone knocking my door at 2 a.m. Not that I sleep at 2 a.m., but I just do not want people knocking at my door at 2 a.m., okay? I'm okay.
So Jeff can invest in a few different ones if he wants to. He can kind of spread it around a bit.
All clear.
What do you like then, Jeff? What are you going for?
So that means I've got to work.
Yeah.
I don't want to work.
So here, you got to go to the Pool X official website now. It's going to be hard to find this page, okay? If you do not find this page, Jeff, just log into your KuCoin. I want you to do this. Yep. I don't know why it's not on the front page anymore. I really don't know. Another case of how come
I'm in my dashboard at the moment, I think. Yeah.
Good. Now I want you to search for this because you got to hear. Can you search KuCoin Kusama crowd loans? Because we have to go to the KuCoin X or whatever pool. There's a pool in there. Again, guys, this is all about pooling.
Inside the app, do you want me to search?
No, here. No, inside Google. KuCoin report Kusama parachain slot auction. Just Google KuCoin Kusama crowd loans.
Okay.
Because if you go to the app, I don't know where to find it. Okay, I really have no idea where to find it. Okay, because we have to go to a different wallet, right? Do you have your thing in KuCoin or not? Do you have your Kusama in KuCoin?
No, it's in crypto. We'll do it crypto.com.
We'll do it afterwards. But here is what you will do. Here is what you will get. Okay, let's go into KuCoin now. Okay, crypto.com. Okay, now this is very exciting now. Yeah, this is simple this is good actually. When the big companies do this, I think it's easier for people to get into crypto, rather than going through the base wallet, which, hey, let's face it, it is not easy, okay? It's not like everyone can do it. Of course,
no.
Failing me again. So this is good, okay? So this is good, okay? So let's.
So you went in the top result, yeah?
Yeah. You go in there. Can you see the Pool X? Yeah, just type in the top result. I don't know why this is not coming out. Okay, do you see the pool X?
Not yet.
Okay, not yet. Okay, it's slow. How come your internet and my internet is the same speed? That is not good.
I can't see pool X.
Okay, okay, never mind. But go into your KuCoin like this, assets KSM. It must be assets KSM here, okay? Okay, do you see this? Guys, it's okay if you see this. You can send it to my wallet.
Yeah, no worries.
You have this, right? So Jeff, this is your KSM wallet address. This is where you send your KSM from crypto.com into KuCoin.
How does it know where I am?
It doesn't now, but when you are in crypto.com,
I got to think.
This is your address. Now, when you do this, make sure this starts with a letter. Now, here's where Polkadot is very, very confusing. Although the transaction is like only 1.7 cents or 2 cents. It's very confusing because your wallet can have many types of tokens, right? For Ethereum, it's the same address. For Polkadot, it's different. Something that is Kusama has a different address format than Polkadot. If you are on Mandala, which Akala is on, it's a different address format again.
Jeff, I'd encourage you, mate, to check this at least 3 times before you click anything to send, because otherwise you'll lose your coins forever.
Yes, otherwise, you'll lose your coin, Jeff. So again, check this again. Check the format. Because if it starts with 1, that is a Polkadot address. I know, because some people from Ethereum could say, hey, that's a Polkadot address. I'm going to send it there. You won't see it anymore. Please copy my address. You do not know what to do. Send me this. Send it to this address.
So it's just one letter? Any letter is good?
Yeah, any letter is good. Capital, right? That is a Kusama address. Now, I want you to do this. I just want you to click here, and then I want you to go to kusamasubscan.io.
Click where?
Here it is.
There's a little copy link box on the right-hand side of where the...
Box on the right here, Jeff. Here, this one. This one. Copy this. Type it here. And then I go...
Hang on. How do I get into the... When I see that pool X thing come up, that
okay. Don't go to the pool X. Go to Kusama Subscan IO first, because I want to determine whether your Kusama address is real or not, if you have made a mistake or not. So you look, this is my KuCoin address, right? So I put it in Kusama Subscan IO. This allows you to peek into your own address, whatever is there, right?
Okay, but how do I find that? Where do I get that?
Here, just type kusama.scan.io. Let me type it. Let me type it in. Let me type it in. So Simon has said, yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Guys, this is for what? What could possibly go wrong? Imagine had we gone through a proper wallet.
This is a good lesson. A good lesson for anybody that doesn't understand crypto. This is great.
I'm taking 3 times my money, okay? And go for it. And buy cover.
I've got all my money in the world invested in this, and
yeah. And you put you put the wrong letter at the start.
Yeah, and I'm gone. The site can't be reached. Fantastic.
Oh, kusama.subscan.io.
.io.
Yeah, .io. Yeah. .io is like always for crypto, right? Like .com last time, everything there. Yeah. So you see this? This is very important also. Okay. Just type it in. This is a very key step.
Oh, that worked.
That worked, right? You might see nothing there, right? Now, this is how I want you to transfer to KuCoin. Okay, Jeff, very important. You're going to sacrifice some fees. That's okay. But you can show me how much it costs. First, you know what I do? Because this is the first time I transfer into KuCoin, anything can happen, right? So
fantastic.
I transfer a small amount first, and then I transfer a bigger amount.
Yep, gotcha.
Next time I do, I can go with the bigger amount. But it depends. I don't know how much crypto.com charges. Last time, what was this? This was, where did I try? I transferred this from Hobby, cost me $4.17. I also had my KuCoin at
$417.
no, $4.17.
I was gonna say, shit.
Still expensive. I know. It's not like John's 1.7 cents. But that's a native wallet. Ignore that. Okay. Now, here's the thing. When I transferred from BitREX, it cost me $40. So what I did was I transferred from BitREX, all this thing here, and then from Hobby, I just move it slowly onto KuCoin. Okay, so you really have to look at the transfer cost, but you want to do two. You want to do two always. If it's not there, Skype me tonight.
Okay, I will.
Okay, now once it's there, I want you to go here. Finally, we can go here, right? So once you're here, okay, can you just click this? Where is this? Forex official website.
Forex official website. I can see Forex.
Yes.
Notes down the bottom.
Can you see this? Forex official website. Let me put the link there again.
Yes, got it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. It's coming. Okay, so
The
now
great thing about this is that in a year's time, Jeff will be a millionaire and he'll look back on this moment. This is the moment it all changed, mate.
Not still going like this.
So here it is. Like, you see this, right? Bidding of Kusama-san. Now, this is what you do, okay? Once you have transferred with the fee or whatever, your Kusama from our beloved crypto.com. This is going to be very confusing. Into KuCoin.
Thank God for recordings.
Yeah, I know. Guess what? This goes in your main wallet. This goes in your main wallet. You will have to transfer the Kusama from your main wallet into the Forex wallet. Otherwise, you won't see it. Don't freak out. Where's my Kusama? Did I just lost?
Whoops.
It's going to my wallet. I don't think it's mine. So just remember that. Now, bidding of Kusama parachain options. Let's go down here. This is easy for you guys. Anyone can do this, but you guys know, right? You will not enjoy the 1.7 cent that John enjoyed. That's okay. That's cool. John's an expert now. Okay. Okay, so we go in here, and once we are in here, guess what we see, right? Guess what we see here? Look, Moon River. This is rank number 1. This is the number that has been locked. I have, I have put in Moon River. This is Karura. This is Shidit. The top 3 here. And you want to participate in the top.
Based on what, mate? What are they based on?
They based on lock. So what they need to do is just go and press participate now, and then you'll be able to do it. But let me log in my my account first so that you guys can see it. Okay.
No, sorry. What I meant was, why are they rated 1, 2, 3? How do they get their ratings? And this must be on those numbers, whatever those numbers are. Least KSM. What does that mean?
Let me unshare this, and you guys can see my face so that I can log in properly onto my KuCoin so that you can see what happens. Oh boy, yeah, I know. This is much easier. Okay, I mean, so now you know, right? The good thing.
I'm glad you're showing me the easy way, man.
I know. If it's the hard way, you know, it's just so many steps. Again, I keep on saying this is much easier than 2 years ago, but it's still hard for the common folk to get in. It's still difficult. It's
I mean, if you
very difficult.
If you do it a few times, it's not too bad, is it? But as you say, the first thing, there's so many steps to kind of get to it that
yes,
it does. It does kind of put. I think it'll put a lot of people. I mean, it'll put the older generation, sort of like general person, off. I would have thought. You know, the younger generation are sort of they're up for absorbing anything.
Okay, the younger generation will go beyond to where no human will ever go.
Yeah.
This is a fact, you know, that's normal.
Well, I guess they're not the ones with the money.
Yeah, that's the other problem, right? But for the older generation, it is. very, very complicated. And what Hanan said is true. You might lose your crypto if you make a mistake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
don't
then
do that.
what you were saying about just trying to put in a small amount, that's good counsel, isn't it? And you should always do that.
Yeah, you should always do that. I mean,
Yeah, that makes sense.
don't overestimate things here. Okay? never overestimate things, because anything can happen. Anything does happen. Bad things do happen.
Hey, my wife should know how to do this, shouldn't she? Didn't you show my wife this on Sunday?
We kept this for you.
Yeah, but didn't you go through this process?
The hard way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to show you the easy way, right? We're going to show you the easy way here. But Zoom is very slow. Let me find this, right? Okay, this is very important here. Okay, here it is. Let me show you this. This is the, can I do it? Let me try something here. First. Let me try this simple experiment first. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, I can actually do it. That is cool. That is really, really cool. Okay, here it is. Now, here's what you want to do. Okay, cool. Okay, let me reshare again with you. Let me reshare the screen again with you. If you run, just Skype me tonight. Here it is. Okay, here it is, Jeff. Again.
Yep.
The thing comes into your main account. Kusama, right?
Yep.
You need to transfer. Don't transfer BTC. Just go to Kusama here. Go in and type Kusama here. Not trading account. Don't do that, right? Pool X account. Pool X. And then it's there. See that? That's already in Pool X. Okay. Otherwise, you will not be able to to access it. Otherwise, oh no, it's gone. Okay, or it's just not there. Okay, so now I don't know why these KuCoin guys. How come they took my Pool X from me? Why do you take my Pool X from me? Don't take my Pool X from me. Let's see if they have it in the advertising side, and then you just go to the Pool X. You just go and deposit. But I'd like to show that to you also. So you see that. See, this is what's happening. Okay, now if you look, this is the younger and the older generation. Okay, let me tell you the difference. This KuCoin obviously is used by people who are less, how do you say it? Who are less inclined to crypto, who want yields, but you know, it's going to take a long time to learn, and this is fine. Whereas you have something in Karura where people are depositing in the normal wallet. Those are the younger guys. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Karura is actually number one, but here on this, Moonbeam is number one. So you see what's happening now? The older generation, which are more conservative, want to go through KuCoin, and they're putting it in Moonriver. Why is this? Because Moonriver already has a product, right? It's already running. It's already running here, which is demodified. It is running. The rest are still quote unquote concepts.
Yep.
That is the big difference. But how come
so that's obviously going to be reflected in the price, yes?
Yes. But both Moonriver and Karura are good. There is a use case for both. I'm just saying that for Moonriver, there is already a use case. It's already being used.
Mm-hmm.
It's already being used. Let me try to get this thing again. Let me try to get. I hope that these guys get me in again.
And now, I know the song as well, so that's good.
You know Moonriver. Moonriver. I want to play here, but then they probably get me for YouTube violation. Sorry, guys, we wanted to play that, okay? But you know, they will get us for YouTube violation, and Ash and Jeff cannot come in tomorrow.
Wouldn't be the first time.
No, it won't be the first time. It won't matter, because in a year's time, Jeff will be a millionaire smoking his cigars with his Hawaiian shirt on.
So you see two different things. Like Ash, he would probably go to the normal wallet. Okay, I mean, this is between the young and the old. There's nothing different, because you know, young people like to, you know, there's something is saying, right? If it's in KuCoin, it's not your crypto. Right? So the young people like to have the crypto on the phone. I can see it, blah, 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 blah. But for us, which are of the older generation, what if I forgot I had it there? What if I sell the damn phone?
Oh, mate, yeah, I wouldn't
understand that.
You know
Well,
what? I've had
like-
that experience already because it won't let me in on my bloody computers. I can't even get into crypto.com. What the hell?
Yeah, so at least when it's with something like KuCoin, Jeff can say, I remember KuCoin. Okay, let's open that video that happened.
You bet. I'm going to make 4 copies of this.
Yeah, done. You're done. You're done. Okay, the non-retard wallet. I know. I mean, it's cool to be cool, but it's not cool when you forget. And let me tell you that a lot of people have forgotten their password or whatever, and it's gone. And let me tell you that the tragedy. I don't know. Did I tell you guys? Initially, when it was like there was this one wallet, I know it's like 800 ringgit. It's nothing, right? $200. Yeah. So what? I lost it. This is the will of God. I mean, this is fine. It's not so funny when it's 32,000 ringgit or $8,000.
No, it's not funny.
Ain't funny anymore. That becomes
I'm a forget.
serious.
I'm a click on the bottom here. Forgot password. Frequent flyer.
Mate, I would also encourage you to, after you've taken a screenshot, go and get a piece of paper and write the stuff down as well.
Yes,
I've got my passwords like in 3-4 different places just to make sure that if one gets lost.
Just press participate now. No, it won't let me in again. Okay, but never mind. So Jeff, you just press participate now, and then it would put you here. Usually you have to wait like one night before everything is confirmed, and that's it. Anything, call me tonight on Skype. Just
all right, so I actually won't see it anywhere.
No, you'll see it, and then what will happen is you'll only know a couple of hours later.
Okay.
At least for me, that was the experience. I might be faster with you, but once you're done, just send me a snapshot on Skype and that, because I need to know that you're really in.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
So
Well done, mate.
when it's here, when you are in that wallet, just participate now. That's it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Okay, guys, any more questions from you guys? This is the simple way. I know it's not simple, but this is the simplest way so far.
Yeah.
So if you want to be cool like Ash, have it on your handphone, fine.
I haven't got on my handphone, mate. I have to say, mate, I thought that was a really, really good explanation of how to do it. So I think most people would have got it from that.
Yeah.
You reckon I'll make it, Ash?
The good thing, Ash, nowadays, at least you have an option.
Yes.
One time, not a long time ago, where we did not have the option.
Yeah. Yeah. So when will we see a result of this, mate? When can we start getting excited for
they
Jeff?
will release the results.
Yeah.
And
when's
if
that?
if it's not in, that if they didn't get it, they will return that thing back to Jeff in his Pool X wallet. That's why you want to go for the biggest ones.
Yeah.
I see the biggest one is Moon River, Karura, Shiden. Now there's another one. See, I always want to go on the big ones, right? And the competitor to Moon River is like what do you call it? It is Clover. Now, of course, being number 2, they say that they are the best. I wouldn't go for that. There's no Clover guy here, right? I mean, not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence. You can go for Clover if you think it's good. Now, why I don't want to go to that is this. Look, Moonbeam is standard. When people say I have Ethereum going into Polkadot, it is Moonbeam. It's automatic. Right. It's like Coca-Cola. Being Warren Buffett, I'd rather invest in Coca-Cola, although Pepsi might be better. Personally, I like Pepsi better. But for investing, I like Moonbeam. Sometimes they even use the term wrong. I found an article. The term Moonbeam was actually wrong because for Kusama, it's Moon River. But the thing is, the first thing in the mind is Moonbeam, Moonbeam, Moonbeam. I'd rather go for that.
Okay, mate. So
tell me, what is Moon River?
Moon River is the Kusama part of Moonbeam. Kusama.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
You're going Moon River, Moonbeam. Okay. Is he actually getting confused here? Or is he...
This is important. It's very important you understand this, because this is part 1. In part 2, you are also able to participate in Moonbeam. That is not Karura. We'll have another lesson at that day. That is Polkadot.
It's the big one.
That's the big one. So
Yeah.
at that time, I'll say, okay, your wallet, your Kusama wallet, don't put it in your Kusama wallet. It will not have an E there. It will have a 1 there. You have to look at the format. You have to test the address out first.
Last
Cool times,
question.
mate. Yeah, go on.
I forgot. With this auction,
Yeah.
is there only one winner?
No. There'll be many.
Okay.
But not all. Only the big ones. So the ones that...
But if I split that, say, 2 ways or 3 ways, I can...
You can.
I'll still be participating in...
Yes.
Right.
If it doesn't win, then it'll give it back to you. Now, what will happen is the ones who did not win will then have to lease from the ones who won, right? That's a good one.
Pump it up. Yep.
Yes, and why Kusama and okay, this is another misunderstanding. They say Kusama is an experimental network of Polkadot. So people ask which is more advanced, which is more cutting edge. It's Kusama. It's not Polkadot. Polkadot is stable, stable code. When you talk about new things like NFTs, they will be on Kusama. They cannot be on Polkadot, or they can be, but it's because Polkadot is kind of limited.
Is like Kusama is basically where Polkadot will eventually get to, when it's like the testnet, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, testnet. But okay, last time they said this. Last time they said, yes, you run on Kusama first, you go on Polkadot. Nowadays, what I see the narrative is this: Kusama will have its own community and do
right.
Right? So Kusama, I don't know, because now what's happening now, the market is being split. This crypto market could split into 2, crypto and NFT, which could mean, it will mean this, which could mean that, when we have a crypto correction, a 2-year correction, we could still have an NFT bull.
Interesting.
But when you talk about NFTs, it is more on the Kusama side.
Oh, mate, that's really interesting. That is really interesting. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because we haven't really... I mean, the NFT is still a relatively untapped space, isn't it? I mean, it's not even relative. It's a very untapped space. I think it's so fresh, and it's the area that I'm most excited about. I've got to be honest, the NFT space. But we're still quite a way off. And actually, I remember the conversations that we had a few months ago about some of those sports NFTs and this, that, and the other. But the industry is probably just about to explode, isn't it? Into so many different areas.
It has crashed, but I look at the charts just now. The price has recovered, not recovered in US dollars, okay? Recovered in terms of Ethereum. Of course, Ethereum has gone down by twice, but that's a different thing. So it has come in terms of Ethereum. It's okay. And of course, remember Kusama, guys? Did you guys get your tattoo?
Not yet.
I mean, that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed that.
Thank you, mate. Really appreciate it.
Oh, so just send me what you've done, right? Because sometimes people do things like, dude, you didn't complete this. Hello.
so really, I mean, this is so we should find out in 5 weeks' time, who the winners are on this.
Next week. You will find out on the 22nd. The first.
Find out next week. Sorry, but it's in 5 weeks' time that the auction's closed, isn't it?
Right.
And is that when these products launch?
Yeah. And
okay, so
will start.
So this is that's what, sorry?
Polkadot will start.
Polkadot will start.
And then, okay, let me confuse you guys. Let me bring it back again, okay?
Oh, no.
Bring it back to the parent, okay? After this is done, okay, instead of Moon River here, you are gonna have Moonbeam. Okay? Instead of Karura here, you are gonna have Akala. Instead of Shiden here, you are gonna have Plasm. Instead of Kala here, you are gonna have Fala. Instead of Genshiro here, you are gonna have Equilibrium. Instead of Sherpa X, I don't know what you're going to have, guys. I can't know everything, okay?
I'll tell you what, your memory's
not bad.
your memory's astonishing, mate. That's very cool. Okay, so...
I don't know what Sherpa X is. I'm not going to put any money there.
That's very cool. So we are looking at 5 weeks. So this is really what my point was about the end of July, start of August, when things start really hotting up. Because it's not only Polkadot, is it? That's also when Cardano launched smart contracts, and we see what's going to be the next phase for them as well. So we got two of the big guns, and we've also got the coin you were talking about, the token a few weeks ago, Solana. Also in August, right? There's quite a lot of sort of like going on around that time where it's going to be interesting, isn't it? What's going to happen to the crypto
more steady
space?
one now, Ash, is Polkadot.
What's that? Sorry.
Polkadot is more steady now. You know, right? The way Polkadot, you put it in the pool, you get rewards.
Yeah.
ADA was trying to do that too. I saw an exciting project in ADA, but then they canceled it. So,
well, it's interesting you say that, mate.
Yeah,
I've been looking at some of the ADA projects, and I have to say I haven't really seen anything that is that stand out yet.
I know. So it's frustrating. Like you're following, and then they cancel it. Okay.
Yeah. And there's a few dodgy players that I'm coming across as well with you know, talks of certain sort of projects launching on ADA, and they don't they I don't know. There's a few bits and pieces right now that need to be ironed out, and I honestly don't think ADA is really gonna. We're going to see really what's going on with ADA probably for another 6 months. So I think there's going to be quite a lot of you know, different projects that are going to come over there that are going to be maybe a little bit left field. Because they haven't got, I mean, the ERC the ERC converter, that's one aspect of it, but they are really banking on a lot of people coming over from Ethereum. And when you've got the likes of Polkadot sort of like, you know, able to run alongside it already, you wonder, is that likely to happen? I don't know if it will.
Yeah, and then people will go Polkadot, right? Or people will go Moonbeam, the Ethereum. But you guys have to remember that even Polkadot was delayed for like a month, you know. This was supposed to happen in May. Just look, Kusama go up. Okay, now go down again. Yeah,
but they are quicker, aren't they? I mean, that's always been one of ADA's strengths and weaknesses. The strength is that people trust it because it is tested and tested and tested. But the weakness is that they seem to be behind the crowd. And everybody's hoping that at some point they'll accelerate beyond them because they've got everything in place. And maybe that happens, maybe it doesn't. We just don't know.
That's why Gavin Wood is such a genius, because he came out with this Kusama testnet thing.
Yes.
Something that even Ethereum doesn't have, and Ethereum is struggling on layer 2 in speeding it up, right?
Yes.
So and why did he come up with this, guys? Gavin Wood developed the programming language for Ethereum, okay?
Yes.
He developed Solidity.
Yes, yeah, he's another. Well, this is it, isn't it? It was obviously him and Charles Hoskinson and I always forget the Vitalik, isn't it?
Vitalik.
So Vitalik, sorry. You know, these three guys, I suppose, are almost the kind of founders, the godfathers of cryptos in some respects.
I know,
and
yeah.
Sort of like you're picking the clan that you're going to be part of, aren't you?
I agree, because we don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is unless it's Jeff there. We don't know that.
Yeah, that's likely. That's really likely.
He has got the perfect disguise.
Absolutely. In many ways.
Yeah, there's a headline: Satoshi turns out to be bamboo farmer in Tasmania who's been playing the fool in the crypto market.
Yeah, these are the new ones are like this, right? CZ of Binance, SBF of Solana, but those are new ones.
Yeah. Well, Solana is also interesting, isn't it? Because we haven't yet. So we've had the kind of like the godfathers, if you like, and now we've got this other kind of movement going on alongside it. You know, so like the new mob is coming into town. Yeah. What are they really going to be?
And you want to know the good thing about the new mob? I wanted to buy this coin on Solana. I'm like, there's no liquidity.
Right.
That is still very, very early.
Yes, and I was going to say, mate, I wonder whether the new mob don't really start to get any traction for like another 3 years. I don't think Polkadot, Cardano, and Ethereum are done yet with their kind of progression.
And Solana is putting a lot of money. You know, they raised like 415 million.
Does that matter though, mate?
This is worrying about Charles.
Yeah, but does that because when I think of Premier League football teams, you get certain teams that put in a whole bunch of cash, but then they end up failing anyway. So yes, they might have a lot of money, but what's the management team like? You know, what are the developers like? Have they got a good team behind it?
The thing is this: I think that SBF, he is one of the largest donors to Biden.
Yeah.
And he just bought the FTX arena in Miami. So I would say that Solana is like Manchester City.
Okay.
Like Gavin Wood and all of this, which has a lot of fundamentals. It's like Liverpool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Liverpool, Man United. I gotcha. Okay,
and
so mate,
of course, our good friend. Sorry to say this, guys. No offense. Our good friend Cardano is like Leicester City. I should get out of here.
You'll get into trouble.
I like that. Okay, so but just before you go, mate, we didn't talk about Amazon. Anything that we should sort of like be thinking about with that? The Amazon.
Okay,
DeFi?
I just saw last week from Charles Lee. Right now, this guy has been dead accurate about the market. Last time was also accurate about Bitcoin and Ethereum. He went on CNBC last week. He said there will be another rise in tech.
Okay.
It's time to go back into tech nowadays because tech has fallen, right? So,
but what Amazon are talking about launching their own DeFi, right?
Yeah.
So is that anything that we should be sort of like putting on the radar yet, or is that like something that we should say
I think this is why it's important, right? I mean, for the pure plays, why you need to know your wallets and stuff. But for Jeff, it's okay. The good thing, if Amazon comes out with something, Jeff will still be able to get because it's Amazon.
Yeah.
They will go on a big exchange. But for the pure play guys who know the wallets, and I don't know what Amazon wallet is, you need to be good in wallets so that when the time comes, you can go in quickly. The good thing about going in quickly is this, guys. The good thing about going in quickly, you go to 5, 4 will get you right. You need 1 to win, you're done.
Yeah. Okay, mate, fantastic, brilliant session, absolutely fascinating and thoroughly enjoyable to see you and Jeff at work.
Hey guys, don't hate me for Leicester. I was using as a figurative speech. No one can win the title. Okay, I'm serious.
I like that one. I thought that was. Which one's Everton? Yeah. Which one's Tottenham? I think more importantly. Anyway, let's leave the football analogy there, and we'll come back next week. Thank you so much. Brilliant session. I'll say thank you to the guys in the room. Cheers, and mate. To you, Jeff, unless you got anything to add. Thank you to Angel as well.
Just one thing. We're talking about Aussie. Sorry, not Aussie. We're talking about dollar CAD yesterday, and there's an interesting scenario happening as we speak on dollar CAD. Technically, we are. Whoa! I hope I'm still there. I just lost everything.
You're still here, mate. I haven't got your screen. We haven't got your screen.
Fine.
No, we have lost Jeff. Okay, no worries. I will say it for him. We'll be back. Are you there, Jeff? I know you are there, mate. Yep.
I'm there.
Yep.
Cool. I don't know what's going on. Everything is going nuts. Zoom quit unexpectedly, but I'm still here.
Yeah, you're still in.
Okay, cool. There's potential here on dollar CAD on the hourly chart. If this candle, doesn't have to close there, but if it were to close up here and we got a retest of daily pivot, trade line, monthly pivot at least, then I would place a long above that bar. But you've got to wait till the next candle, right? So if this gets away on us, bad luck, there'll be no trade. But if it stays around about where it is, closes on or around here, then we get a bearish bar that comes back. I would trade the bearish bar long. That's dollar CAD on the hourly chart. And that's fantastic. About it, mate.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you, guys. We will see you tomorrow. As always, I will pass to Jeff for the goodbyes. Thank you to Angel as well. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you all for being our trading buddies. Thank you, Shukri. Most appreciated. And if I don't get to you tonight, I'll work overnight and through the morning the next day. And
it might end in 2 days.
Yeah, I might end in less than 2 days. See you later, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye for now.